Well. Looks like AEW Dynamite turned out to be pitiful and shit tonight. Complete shit tonight. Complete bullshit tonight. Wait, hold on 1 second. Cam back. I was saying, well, it looks like AEW trying to be shitty is terrible in the Forbidden Door this Sunday. Name my topic tonight is Garbage and Goofy and Glascow will Forbidden Door 2025 be good good this Sunday. And I'm gonna give all of you my predictions. Now I'm gonna talk to you some big news I just heard. Before I do, I'm gonna open up the show with some music. Let's see. I'm gonna open up the show with see. I'm gonna open the show with the song by U2 called "Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me" from the Batman Forever soundtrack. So stick around, right back. Get it playing. I'm giving you, break it down for you with my review. Just let me find the music. Hold on a second. So hold on 1 second. Let me find the music right quick. Just 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Okay, here it is. Like I just said, "Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me" by U2 from the Batman Forever soundtrack, and rest in peace to Val Kilmer. Here it is. He played Batman, aka Bruce Wayne. Here it goes. Yep, hold me, thrill me, kiss me, kill me. Hold me, thrill me, kiss me, kill me. All you just heard by U2 from the Batman Forever soundtrack. All you just heard. Rest in peace to Val Kilmer played Bruce Wayne, aka Batman. I love that movie, Batman Forever. And I love that song, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me by U2. So look down in the business for tonight's show. Terrible show. Leading up tonight. We go right to the venue as Excalibur welcomes us to the show. Bryan Danielson's music hits as a former AEW World Champion comes out to a huge ovation. Yes, ovation. He will join Excalibur and Tony Schiavone on the commentary. The venue looks great and full. We go to a shot of Hangman Page making his way into the venue. As the commentary runs down the card for tonight, Danielson soaks in the yes chants. Will Ospreay's music then hits as Ospreay makes his way to a huge ovation from the fans. Ospreay hits the ring as the fans sing his last name. Ospreay has a mic in hand and he lets the fans continue to cheer before attempting to say anything. The fans chant his name while he looks on with a big smile on his face. He thanks the fans for cheering him on. He says he remembers the first time he came to Glascow, and talks about how the wrestlers wanted to go out to the bars after the shows. He says that it became taxing. He closes his eyes and says he can see the blue lights. Yayo is not the best at the moment with his promo. He knew that this was going to happen as the fans chant. He says he hates laying the fans down and that he is so thankful for all the support. He says Ospreay says that he received some bad news that will change his life. Change his life. He says that he thought that he was invincible when he was younger. He says he is terrified and is going to be walking down the road with other wrestlers have gone and he won't be the same. He says last week he did not get cleared for the Forbidden Door. He says he can't wrestle. He says that he will take things into his own hands. He says whatever happens Sunday in the cage will not be AEW's fault. Well, it might be. He says he is aware of the risk and is fine taking the risk because this place means so much to him. He says that he is here to prove a point that AEW will be the standard. As he points to the AEW logo in the ring, he says he will leave everything in the ring on Sunday. The main reason he's doing this because he wants revenge on the Death Riders with his good friends as they tear the Death Riders apart. He says before they take a scab from him, he will take a pound of flesh from John Moxley. The music of the Death Riders hits as Mox makes his way into the venue from the outside. He comes out and rings Shafir as they make their way through the crowd into the ring. Mox and Ospreay stare at each other down. Will Shafir stands near Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta on the jump on the Wheeler jump and Wheeler Yuta jump on the apron. Ospreay tells Mox that this Sunday he's coming for him. Jet Spree hit the ring and go after Claudio and Yuta. The music of Hiroshi Tanahashi hits as he makes it to the ring. The bell rings for our first match of the night. Death Riders, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta versus Hiroshi Tanahashi and Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, and Mike Bailey. Tanahashi clears out Yuta and Claudio. Mox and Tanahashi exchange blows. Mox grabs the left arm of Tanahashi, tags in Claudio, which the Japanese start with uppercuts. Yuta is then tagged in and he sends Tanahashi to the mat. Tanahashi recovers and takes Yuta. Bailey is tagged in. He nails Yuta with a big X kick, and Bailey connects with a shooting star press and covers Yuta for only a 2 count. Claudio is tagged in. He takes down Bailey and scoops him and slams him down. Claudio hits Bailey in the left ear. Shafir pulls Knight off the apron and is caught by the referee and tossed out, sent to the back. Claudio picks up Bailey and swings Bailey around. Ospreay comes out from the back and picks up Shafir and takes her to the backstage area. Full ad break on Max. Back from the break, Claudio kicks Knight in the head, who is trying to fight back. Knight nails Claudio with a thrust kick. Mox comes in and is kicked by Knight, who tags in Tanahashi, who sends Mox and Claudio with elbow strikes. Tanahashi comes off to the top, landing on Yuta. He covers Yuta for only a 2 count. Mox is tagged back, but is sent to the floor. Bailey leaps off the ropes, but with a big moonsault, landing on Mox on the floor. Knight connects with a moonsault on Claudio. Tanahashi takes down Yuta with a sling blade. Gabe Kidd with the Bullet Club War Dogs hit the apron, taking out Jet Speed. Yuta and Tanahashi are on the rope. Ospreay then comes out with a big bye-bye with someone in it. Tanahashi hits a moonsault on the distracted Wheeler Yuta and covers him for the win. Winner is by pinfall with Hiroshi Tanahashi and Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, and Mike Bailey. After the match, the War Dogs and Death Riders take out Jet Speed and Tanahashi. The Young Bucks come out from behind and super kick Ospreay, and Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong come out and fend off the Young Bucks. Fend off the Bucks. Darby Allin, Young Bucks fend off the Bucks. Darby Allin comes out of the bag and attacks Claudio. The Ops then come out to help even the odds. Mox leaps over the guardrail as Ospreay goes after him. The action spills into the crowd and continues to go all over the place. Allen on the War of Dogs and the Death Riders from the mid-level of the arena. Commentary highlights from the AEW title match coming up this Sunday at Forbidden Door. That leads us into a video package. Here we go to commercial break. Tony Schiavone interviews Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. These two go way back, former tag team partners in WWE. Back from the break, Tony Schiavone is in the ring. He welcomes Adam Copeland to the ring, who comes out to a big ovation. As the fans sing the theme song of the Radar Superstar, Copeland hits the ring as the fans continue to give him a nice ovation and his sing-along music, and continue singing after his music stops. Next up is the music of Christian Cage, and comes out to a mixed reaction to cheers and boos. Tony Schiavone, it's a long time since Adam Copeland and Cage have been together. Cage tells the fans to sit down and shut up as Copeland interrupts him and says Cage is a asshole, before saying both were one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Copeland says sometimes in this industry you need an asshole, and it just so happens Cage is a asshole. Cage says that at All In Texas, Copeland told him to go find himself. Cage says that he did, and did that. Then he did find himself. He says he found out that he doesn't need to change a thing, that he is perfect just the way he is. Cage says that he and Adam are now on the same page. He says that at this point they are writing the same book, and the people were hoping for a reunion of the greatest tag team of all time. This is a reunion out of necessity, as they are helping each other out. Cage says that he will stick his hand out and will shake his hand, and that Cage will be the best tag team partner Adam has ever had. Both men shake hands, and Kip Sabian and Mama Wayne come out. Kip says Cage is pathetic. Mama Wayne asks the fans who they are to boo a mother. Not just any mother, the mother of Nick Wayne. Wayne is shown on the screen with crutches. He says that Adam and Christian are hanging there on their careers by a thread. Wayne says that Cage attempted to take his head off. Wayne says Cage broke his foot. He says that she'll be able to be at Forbidden Door. That is a blessing in disguise. He won't be there on Sunday. He is one step ahead will go on Vigilante with a monster being unleashed. It's Kill Switch Luchasaurus. He comes out and down to the ring. He stares down Cage and Copeland. Kipps distracts Cage as Luchasaurus picks up Adam and chokeslams him. The fans begin to chant, Luchasaurus. Cage looks on at Luchasaurus, picks him up. Cage and chokeslams him down hard. Both Cage and Copeland are down. We go backstage with Mark Briscoe. He said he was coming after MJF. Commercial break. Back from break, we go backstage with Ricochet in the Gates of Agony. Moron Jackass Freeman comes in and says that his enemy is looking for him. Moron Jackass Freeman is looking for help. Ricochet says he has a deal. They tell the cameraman to get out. Next up is the music of FTR. As the former tag champs make their way out with Stokely, the music of Bandito makes his way out. Brody King comes out next to a big ovation. AEW Tag Team Title Eliminator Tournament Titles. FTR versus Brody King and Ring of Honor World Champion Bandito. The bell rings and we're underway. Bandito and Dax start off and lock up. Dax sends Bandito to the corner and trash talks him. Both men circle the ring as Dax grabs the arm of the Ring of Honor champion. Bandito sends Dax down and both men are locked up again. Dax takes down Bandito. Both men run the ropes as Dax hits Bandito with a shoulder block, sending him to the mat. Dax calls for Bandito to bring it. We get a standing match from Dax. Bandito tries to pin for a pinfall, and Dax tags in Wheeler. Bandito and Cash lock up. Cash grabs the arm of Bandito and twists it. Bandito leg trips Cash. Leg trip crash. Bandito takes Cash down and sends Dax to the floor. Cash goes to the floor. The Hurt Syndicate are shown watching in the back. Dax grabs a chair, but the ref grabs the chair and tosses it. Brody King is tagged in. He sends Wheeler down with a push and chops as he gets up. Cash tags in Dax. Dax attempts to hit the ring, but it has no effect. King chops Dax and sending him down. As Dax gets up, King chops him down again. Dax fires back and power drives King, who gets up and takes down Cash and Dax. King picks up Bandito, who came in and send them on Dax. FTR double teams Kings and sends him through the ropes and is hit by a lower sling and it appears to have been a pipe. Dax goes to the floor and grabs a mic. He tells the fans to respect Stoke as King is bleeding from the forehead and down by the announce table. Let me start. Back from break, we have a wide shot of the venue as a blood Brody King is back in the ring, tagging a Bandito who takes down Wheeler with a head scissors. Bandito nails Dax. Cash is back in, but is sent out to the floor as is Dax. Bandito leaps over the top, but is caught by FTR and sent head first into the apron. Dax chops Bandito, but the steel pipe is shown on the floor. Dax is... Hold on a second. Caught by FTR and sent head first into the ring apron, onto the apron. Dax chops Bandito. The steel pipe is shown on the floor. King is up on the apron. Dax hits the brainbuster on Bandito and covers him for a 2 count. FTR double team Bandito. Cash is tagged in. Covers Bandito for only a 2 count. Cash has Bandito in a headlock. Bandito tries to make a tag but prevents it. Dax is tagged in. He sets up Bandito on the rope. on top rope, but top rope. Dax chops Bandito, who comes back with chops on Dax. Bandito continues the chops as Dax falls on his back. Bandito comes off the top rope with a crossbody and covers Dax for only a 2 count. Full air break on Max on HBO Max. Back from the full break. Bandito fights off FTR in the center of the ring. FTR pick up Bandito and he drops them with both DDT, and Bandito tags in. Tags in a bloody Brody King. He takes FTR down with chops. FTR is stacked up in the corner. Take a big splash from King. Dax gets slammed down as King covers Dax, but the pinfall is broken up by Cash. FTR go to the floor. King takes out both men on the floor. Bandito tags in and leaps over the ropes, crashing on FTR. Dax rolls back in the ring. Stokely grabs Bandito as Bandito exchanges mask. Look like Stokely pulled off another one. Bandito comes off the top rope, landing on Dax, covers him for a near fall. King connects with a DDT on Cash on the floor. Dax and Bandito are on the top rope. Bandito sends Dax and top rope. Dax covers him for only 2 count. I'm messing up right, man. Dax and Bandito are on the top rope. Bandito sends Dax and covers him for only a 2 count. King is up on the second rope. Dax climbs up to the top rope and dives down King. Cash comes down with a huge splash on King. Dax covers King, but he won't stay down, and we get a near fall. 5 minutes to remain. King slaps FTR, but then he is dropped with a shatter machine. Bandito blind tags in as Brody then rolls to the floor. We get another near fall with Dax kicking out almost three. Get this awesome chant from the fans. FTR goes for a shadow machine on Bandito, but King makes the save. Dax and King chop each other on the apron. Dax is sent crashing to the floor. King tries to pick up Wheeler, but the power drive is on the apron. He's not the legal man. Bandito then comes off the top rope, landing on FTR on the floor. Bandito counters a shadow machine with a DDT. Bandito goes for a finisher, but it's blocked. Bandito goes for another, and is hit by a shadow machine. Dax covers Bandito, but he kicks out at 2. FTR grabs a table as 30 seconds is left. King sends Cash into the barricade. King then sends Dax into the barricade. Cash leaps over the ropes, and goes crashing down through the table. The bell rings. The match is announced as a draw due to a time limit expires. It is announced that Tony Khan makes a 3-way match for the World Tag Team titles at Forbidden Door. Music of the Hurt Syndicate as Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin make their way out and slowly walk down the ramp, holding up the title belts. We go to a video package hyping up the unified title match with Okada defending against Swerve Strickland at Forbidden Door. We go to commercial break. We hear from AEW World Champion Hangman Page. Back from the break, the music of Hangman Page hits as the AEW World Champion makes his way out and down to the ring to a great reception. He walked quickly to the ring with a purpose. Page says that last week he was jumped off from behind in the parking lot by moron Jackass Friedman. Page says it is quite a waste of time to call out moron Jackass Friedman. He's an insecure and a gutless coward. Page says there will be nothing underhanded, and he will shove his size 12s up his checked ass. The music of Warren Jackass Freeman hits. So far, no MJF as the fans boo. Tony Schiavone grabs a mic and has a camera backstage. Warren Jackass Freeman says he wants to speak to him, but if he doesn't leave the ring, something bad will happen. We go to Warren Jackass Freeman on the big screen. Mark Briscoe is shown tied up with a GLA, and Ricochet says Warren Jackass Freeman. Warren Jackass Freeman says he has 3 requests for the Forbidden Door. Warren Jackass Freeman dumps gas on Mark Briscoe and says he will be Kentucky Fried. The title can change hands by disqualification. Can change hands by countout, and if he doesn't have to use his contract at Forbidden Door. Warren Jackass Freeman asks for a lighter. He tells Paige he has until the count of 5. Paige tells Warren Jackass Freeman to put it down, and he agrees to Warren Jackass Freeman's stipulation. He tells Paige he is still a hero. Paige grabs a chair and heads to the back. Then we go to commercial break. Back from the break, Paige grabs Ricochet and asking where Warren Jackass Freeman is at. Security comes in as Paige takes them down. GOA come out from the dressing room as Ricochet and security are down. Next up, the music of Mercedes Moné as she makes her way down to the ring. Next up is the music of Athena. The Ring of Honor Women's World Champion makes her way down to the ring. Next, Alice Windsor's music is next as she makes her way down, wakes her out back from back. Next up is the music of AEW's Women's World Champion Timeless Toni Storm. Storm makes her way out as both women head to the ring. The fans sing Storm's name. AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm and Alex Windsor versus AEW Women's TBS Champion Mercedes Moné and Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Athena. The bell rings in as we're underway. Windsor and Moné start things off. Windsor picks up Moné and Pex puts her in a side headlock. Moné tries to fight out a hold. Alex takes Moné down with a headlock. Alex then takes down CEO with a shoulder tackle. Moné comes back and locks her submission hold. Moné strikes Windsor with an elbow strike. Alex picks up Moné, who escapes and comes off the second rope, landing on Alex and covering her for only 2 count. Windsor makes her way to the corner and to tag in Storm. Moné backs up and tags in Athena. Storm grabs Athena from behind. Athena and Storm run to the ropes. Storm grabs Athena in the headlock and then sends her to the mat back first. Storm connects with a backbreaker on Athena and covers her for only 1 count. Alex is tagged in. We get a pair of headbutts from Storm and Alex on Athena and Moné. Athena pulls the hair of Storm, sending her down. Athena box orders at Moné. Storm is sent to the floor by Storm. Athena powerbomb Storm on the floor. Windsor then takes down Moné and Athena from behind. Back from the break, Athena accidentally nails Moné. Windsor tags Storm and drop kicks Athena. Storm then hits Athena with big right hands and suplexes her, suplexes her and cover her, but Athena kicks out at 2. Alex sends Moné to the floor. Windsor then drops Athena with a lariat. Storm is tagged back in. Windsor is sent to the floor. Storm chops Athena as she comes off the top ropes. Moné drops Storm from behind. Athena and Moné double team Storm in the corner. Athena grabs Storm, but Storm counters with a DDT. Both women are down. Athena crawls to the corner and makes the tag to Moné. Windsor is tagged in. Windsor takes Moné down with a shoulder block. Windsor connects with a lariat on Moné and covers her for only a 2 count. Windsor then blue thunder bombs Moné, but Moné kicks out at 2. Athena drops Storm head first on the steps. In the ring, Windsor nails Athena, but Moné grabs Alex but counters with counters and drops Monet with a Samoan drop. Windsor applies a Scorpion Death Lock on Monet, but she is not legal. Athena comes in and nails Windsor from behind. Athena covers Windsor for the win. Wins by pinfall Mercedes Monet and Athena. After the match, Monet taunts Stephanie, who's NJPW talent, will be competing on Sunday at Forbidden Door. Medical staff tends to Storm at ringside, who is still on the floor, slowly getting to her feet. The show goes off the air. Man, that was crap. That was just crap. Holding up to this Sunday's show. This Sunday's this Sunday's pay-per-view Forbidden Door. Let me give all you my little predictions. For this Sunday's AEW. In London, England, the O2 Arena. Okay, lights out steel cage match. The Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ishibushi. Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi and Will Ospreay versus the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley, the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Gabe Kidd. I'm gonna go with Golden Lovers. Three-way tag team elimination match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus Brody King and Bandito versus FTR and Dax Harwood. I'm gonna go with Rodeo. Singles match for the AEW Unified Championship. Kazuchika Okada versus Swerve Strickland. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Okada to retain. Timeless Tony Storm. Okay, singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship. This is Athena's Gauntlet Championship contract match. Timeless Tony Storm versus Athena. I'm gonna go with Athena. Mercedes Moné versus Alex Windsor versus Perifone versus Brasilia for the four-way match for AEW Women's TBS Championship. I'm gonna go with. Let's see. I'm gonna go with I say that Mercedes Moné is gonna retain. I bet you she's gonna retain. Singles match for the AEW TNT Championship. Kyle Fletcher versus Hiromi Takahashi. I'm gonna go with Hiromi Takahashi for the win. Singles match for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness versus Daniel Garcia. I'm gonna go with Zack Sabre Jr. for the win. Singles match for the AEW World Championship. The championship can only change hands via countout or via DQ. Hangman and Page versus Moore and Jackass Freeman. I'm gonna go with Hangman and Page. And tag team match: Adam Copeland versus Christian Cage versus Kill Switch and Kip Sabian. I'm gonna go with Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. They go way back, WWE, former WWE Tag Team Champions. Okay, now I got that covered. Now it's time for all of you what some of the news I just heard. some big news. All of you want to hear. Let's get this. Okay, it says here from Wrestling News that Monday Night Raw will be moving to an earlier start time beginning next month. I'm gonna read it to you. WWE has changed the advertised local start times at least 3 Monday Night Raw events in September, moving up to what appears to be an hour earlier than the traditional schedule. While no official reason has been provided by the company, the move could be a strategic decision to avoid direct, full-length competition with the NFL's Monday Night Football. Oh, some screen is freezing. Hold on a second. The new start times. Revealed. The WWE website has updated the start times for the following events. September 15th, Raw in Springfield, Massachusetts is now listed for a 6:30 p.m. local start time. September 22nd, Raw. September 50th. I'm gonna start to say it again. September 15th, 2025. Raw in Springfield, Massachusetts is now listed for a 6:30 p.m. local start time. September 22nd, 2025, Raw in Evansville, Indiana is now lit for a 5:30 local start time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. September 29th, 2025, Raw in Raleigh, North Carolina is now listed for a 6:30 local time. Typically, arena doors open for 60 minutes before the live broadcast begins. These new 6:30 Eastern start times suggested that the main Raw broadcast could begin 7 p.m. Eastern, full hour earlier than its standing traditional time slot. Man, that's unfreaking believable. That's stupid. And get this, some other news all you want to hear. WWE kicks out ESPN partnership with WrestlePalooza on September 20th. Streaming exclusively on ESPN and Netflix internationally. WWE announced that their partnership with ESPN will begin sooner than previously announced, confirming an earlier report from Brian Alvarez from F4W Online about the company fulfilling its obligations for premium live events on Peacock following Clash in Paris. WWE sent the following announcement via email on this day, August 20th. Beginning September 20th, ESPN becomes the exclusive domestic home of all WWE premium live events in the U.S. All premium live events will be available on ESPN's new direct-to-consumer streaming service earlier than previously announced, with the selecting simulcast on ESPN on their platforms to kick off this new partnership. WWE and ESPN are coming together for a massive premium live event, the first ever WrestlePalooza on Saturday, September 20th, 2025, live from Grand Bridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana, where I am. WrestlePalooza will feature a massive headline attraction with John Cena versus an opponent he hasn't faced in more than a decade. The event will also feature World Wrestling Entertainment Undisputed Champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, World Heavyweight Champion Seth Douchebag Rollins, Women's Intercontinental Champion, the Man Whore Becky Lynch, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, and many more. Tickets for WrestlePalooza will go on this sale this Friday, August the 22nd, 2025 at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. See 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Let's see what that PT stand for. That's 7 a.m. PT. 7 a.m. Pacific time. Pre-sale tickets will begin tomorrow at 10 a.m. 7 a.m. Pacific time. They are desperate, man. I'm telling you, they are really desperate. For real, they are desperate. And get it, guess what? And Clash in Paris and France, fans are looking for a fun night while taking in some WWE action. Will soon have their chance. On Monday, WWE announced that its premium live event, Clash in Paris, is coming to movie theaters. Tickets to watch their first ever WWE Clash in Paris in theaters are now available on Fandango. WWE said in a press release. WWE press release: wrestling fans can feel the heat of the ring live in theaters nationwide on Sunday, August 31st at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. The event marks the first time a WWE Premium Live event will be held in Paris. Fans can watch it live on their local movie theater. This marks the second event in WWE's new partnership with Fandango, which aims to bring its premium live event to the big screen. The first was SummerSlam, which aired across Regal Cinemas nationwide. This time, WWE will offer Clash in Paris in select theaters across the country. This move of WWE's broader strategy to expand to its venue options ahead of its significant shift in 2026. That's when the premium live events will move to ESPN's new streaming platform. That deal comes with a $29.99 monthly price tag, a steep increase for fans used to watching on the WWE Network or Peacock at a fraction of the cost. That while WWE content is available on other platforms like Netflix, those services often offer flexible price tiers and broader content. In contrast, the upcoming ESPN deal may force wrestling fans to pay premium prices for a platform that doesn't match their interest. The actual screens may offer a more affordable alternative, especially for solo viewers. However, prices by location at a single ticket in Cerritos, California, cost $17.69, while Camarillo, just under 2 hours away, the price rises to $22.69. For fans not looking to commit another streaming service, a bucket of popcorn and the big stream might be the next big thing being there. They are desperate. They are really desperate. And here are some spoilers for all of you for the taping for this Saturday's Collision. Skyflight and Hiromu Takahashi defeating the Don Callis family. Here are Heshishiro, Josh Alexander, Lance Archer, and Rocky Romero. Megan Bang defeats Isla Dawn. Cream Namina and Will Nightingale defeating Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Max Caster's open challenge was answered by Zack Sabre Jr., who was obviously won. After the match, Billy Gunn made the save when Anthony Bowens attacked Max Caster. Kanazuki Takashita defeated Tomohiro Ishii. Big Bill defeats Mark Andrews. The Gates of Agony defeated Grizzled Young Veterans. Young Bucks defeated Paragon, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. After match, Kazuki Okada takes out Swerve Strickland. Wow. This is unbelievable, man. That is unbelievable. And get this. New match. There's a new match made official for WWE Clash in Paris. WWE confirmed a new match for Clash in Paris is announced on social media by Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. Straight from WWE GM Scrap Daddy AP, we got another match made official at Clash in Paris. Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. Issues between Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed led to them facing off when WWE heads to Paris. Heads to Paris La Défense Arena. Paris La Défense. Paris La Défense Arena in Paris, France, on Sunday, August 31st, 2025. Make a little prediction for that. And get this. Report for WWE report WWE providing additional content as part of a new Peacock deal. A new article from the Hollywood Reporter has revealed new details on the arrangement between WWE and Peacock that led the company wrapping up its premium live event agreement early. The report states that the deal wraps up the current state of premium live events with Clash in Paris on August 31st before kicking off the ESPN partnership WrestlePalooza on September 20th. It was brokered between WWE and Peacock before being brought to ESPN. As part of the arrangement, WWE will provide Peacock with new main event roster programming. NXT premium live events will continue to air on the platform, and replays of SmackDown will continue to be available for streaming for a 30-day. A correction from the original report referring to this as a next day replay. The status of WWE's official library content currently available on Peacock remains unknown as is writing. Wow, they are desperate. And get this, WWE Peacock announced a multi-year partnership for Saturday Night's Main Event. WWE and Peacock have officially announced a multi-year partnership that brings Saturday Night's Main Event exclusively to the streaming platform, confirming a previous report from the Hollywood Reporter. The announcement also confirms that John Cena's final match, WWE will take place on the December 13th edition of 2025 edition of special. From a statement released by NBC Sports, featuring WWE's top superstars, championship matches, and more, Saturday's Main Event to stream platform, streamed in prime time on Peacock 4 times a year. Saturday's Main Event on December 13th, 2012, headlined by WWE superstar John Cena's retirement match, streams live exclusively on Peacock. Peacock continues to host WWE Network library through the end of 2025 and NXT events through March 2026. Peacock remains home of Encore SmackDown library, and USA Network continues exclusive live home of SmackDown on Friday nights. Stanford Con 2020 on August 20th of this year, Peacock and WWE, part of TKO Holdings, announced today a multi-year partnership agreement exclusively to stream the iconic Saturday Night's Main Event Stride series live on Peacock. Saturday Night's Main Event was streamed in primetime exclusively on Peacock 4 times a year, featuring WWE's top superstars, rivalries, championship matches, and more. Peacock will exclusively stream 2 nights of Saturday Night's Main Event this year, with the first taking place on November 1st, 2025, Additionally, Saturday night's main event on December 13, 2012 will feature John Cena's retirement match. The WWE Network library will remain available on Peacock through the end of 2025, and NXT Premium Live events will be available on Peacock until March 2026. Throughout the term of the partnership, the SmackDown library will remain on a 30-day delay, and USA Network will continue to as live exclusive home of SmackDown on Friday nights. We're excited to bring Saturday night's main event exclusively to Peacock beginning this fall. As said, WWE Chief WC CEO CCO Triple H. NBCU have been terrific longtime partners, and we look forward to continue to work with them for years to come. Peacock has had a wonderful relationship with the WWE, and we are excited to continue far into the future, said Rick Cordelia, president of NBC Sports. Saturday's main event is some of the most premium content that WWE produces, including John Cena's upcoming retirement match, and will be all live exclusive on Peacock. Saturday night main event originally premiered on NBC in 1985 and ran until 1991. And it originally aired on Fox, by the way, in 1992. The popular event returned to USA Universal in September 2004 with special Saturday night's main event on NBC and Peacock from Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Long Island, New York, the site of the first ever Saturday night's main event. Man, they are desperate, really desperate. They are. So I got that all covered. Now you know what it's time for. It's time for Sorry about that. Little. Don't worry about that little loud ad all you just heard. Okay, here we go. It's time for Justin's Time History, all of wrestling birthdays, pop culture, and everything else. All you hear everything is the team from Back to the Future starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. Celebrated its 40th anniversary on July 3rd, 2025, because the movie was released on July 3rd, 1985, in theaters nationwide. So let's get down to business. Let's go to yesterday, August the 19th. On 1 second, the screen was freezing. Okay, yesterday was the 50th anniversary. Was the past August 1970 was the 50th anniversary of the passing of Jim Londos, who died of heart failure. He was a Greek wrestler. He died of heart failure. Jim Londos. He was born on January 2nd, 1897. Okay. Yesterday was a happy 52nd birthday to Lillian Garcia. Bill the Velveteen Dream turned 30 yesterday. Treach Phillips yesterday would have been a happy 96th birthday to Treach Phillips. He was born August 1929, died on September 30th, 1995. He would have been 96 today. He was born in Memphis, Tennessee. He wrestled in AWA, NWA, and Southwest Sports. In pop culture, yesterday was a happy 79th birthday to the man who says, I did not have sexual relations with you, that woman, and I feel your pain. You know, referring to the man who had had sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky, and his name was a former president of our country. He was the 42nd president of our president of our country, Bill Clinton. He was 79 yesterday. Yep. Yeah, let's see now. Let's see some wrestling history for yesterday now. On WCW Pro, August 19, 1995, Prime Move Match of the Week, Kevin Sullivan with a shark. Some of you know is from WWE as Avalanche, and it was formerly Earthquake and Avalanche in WCW. Late John Tenta defeating Mike Starr after suplexing a handful of tights. Vader defeats Mark Logan and Mike Legacy when he pins both jobbers after a second rope splash. Johnny B. Bad defeats Mark Starr. And Chris Sawyer defeats Kevin Sullivan via disqualification when Art Shark interferes. And Derry Dick Slater and Bunkhouse Buck defeat the Armstrong brothers when Slayer pins Steve's after a Bunkhouse Buck top Anglo Hex to the back of Steve's head at 11:42. Then on WCW Worldwide, WCW World, August 19, 1995. Johnny B. Bad pins Not That Manny Fernandez with a slingshot splash at 148. Curiosa with Colonel Robert Parker beat Scott Demir via submission to a Fujiwara armbar. Brian Pillman defeats Rick Matrix after Eric Pillman. Arn Anderson with Ric Flair defeats Alex Wright after the DDT at 10:34. Then we on the same day, on WWE Superstars leading up to SummerSlam '95. The show starts off with a clip from Raw with Shawn Michaels defeating Sid and Razor and Shawn having a confrontation until Diesel ran out to play Peacemaker. Razor Ramon defeated Roy Raymond. The Blue Twins Eli and Jacob defeated Paul Van Dale, some of you know as Carmella's father, and Tim McNeely. Kama, some of you know as the Godfather, the Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase defeated Bert Centeno. And Make a Difference Fatu, some of you know as Rikishi defeated Phil Apollo, and that's the Usos' father. King Mabel defeated Bam Bam Bigelow. And rest in peace to Mabel and Bam Bam Bigelow. And Bob Spark Plug Hard defeated Jason Arndt. And on WWF Mania, this show some highlights from what happened on Superstars and stuff like that. And we'll keep recaps from Raw and everything. And on WCW Saturday night, Sergeant Craig Pittman defeats Steve Storm via submission. Then they see the Cobra controversy. And Cobra warns Pittman that he cannot hide from his past and stuff like that, who burn gives revenge. Nasty Boys defeat Mark Stott, Mark Collins, Sledgehammer McGill when Jerry Saggs pins McGill after the trip to Nastyville. And Nasty Boys. Marcus Bagwell, what some of you know as Buff Bagwell, defeats Tim Horner after a fisherman suplex. Kuzawa with Colonel Tom Parker beats Mike Davis via submission with a Fujiwara armbar. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan defeats Red Tyler after a 3-point stance clothesline. Harlan Heat defeat Larry Santo and John Taylor when Stevie Ray pins Taylor after a Big Apple bomb at 4:39. Brian Pillman defeats Sonny Trot after a falling clothesline at 4:20. WCW TV Championship match: the Renegade with Jimmy Hart beats Max Muscle after a Renegade splash at 12 seconds. Ric Flair with Arn Anderson defeats Alex Wright with a figure 4 leg lock. And then we see a little after the bell, Anderson clashes Flair and they argue in front of Auckland. Anderson says that he wants to see Flair as a killer and someone who gets his respect. Flair gives two choices: either talk about their differences backstage and go to the ring where he can give a double A wrestling lesson. Anderson walks off after Flair telling that he is in position to give him a wrestling lesson because that he will beat White quicker than what Flair accomplished on today's show. Flair laughs it off and says he will talk to Anderson later. And on 2005 on Impact Wrestling, we'll show the highlights of what happened at Sacrifice. Samoa Joe defeats Jarrell Clark. Then we see a backstage segment with Shane Douglas outside Larry Zbyszko's office. Then we see a 2000. Then we see and Chris Sabin and Shocker defeat Simon Dean and Mikey Batch for in the first round 2005 Chris Candido Memorial Tag Team Tournament. Rhino defeats Sonny Siaki with Apollo. And Ron Killings and Sanjay Dutt defeat BG James and Cassidy Riley for the first round 2005 Chris Candido Memorial Tag Team Tournament. And the Naturals retained the NWA World Tag Team Championships by DQ, defeating Team Canada. Okay, August 19, 2005, 40-year, a couple movies released in theaters. The 40-year-old version starring Steve Carell. Love that movie, real funny. Supporting cast includes Seth Rogen, Elizabeth Banks, Leslie Mann, Jane Lynch, Kat Dennings from Kat Dennings, and Kevin Hart, young Kevin Hart was in that movie. And a movie called anime movie called Valiant was released in theaters, featuring the voices of Ewan McGregor, Ricky Gervais, Jim Broadbent, Tim Curry, Hugh Laurie, and John Cleese. And one of my favorite movie right here, Red Eye, starring Academy Award winner Rachel McAdams and Cillian Murphy. It's a really good movie. I like that movie. Yeah, I really love that movie. Now, in 2015, on 2015, on NXT, Tyler Breeze, NXT, hype before NXT for NXT Brooklyn. Tyler Breeze defeated Rob Rising. Colin Cassidy, Enzo Amore, and the Hype Brothers Carmel defeated Aaron Solo, Justin Sorensen, and Jesus De Leon. Samoa Joe and defeated Steve Cutler. Blake and Murphy with Vegas defeated Angel Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton. And on Impact Wrestling, Gail, Mr. Anderson defeated Brandon Mike Open Mic Challenge. Gail Kim defeated the Dollhouse, Marty Bell and Jay in a 6-size steel cage handicap match. Drew Galloway defeated Eli Drake in a no DQ match. Matt Hardy defeated Titus. Ethan Carter III defeated PJ Black to retain the TNA Heavyweight Championship. Let's see. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see now. Let's see. Now we go to August the 20th today. August the 20th. Hold on, screen's freezing up, everybody. Hold on. Okay, today's a happy 38th birthday. '38th birthday to Gunther, on the Ring General Gunther. Duke the Jumpster Josie turns 57, I believe, today. '57 today. Duke the Jumpster Josie. And Terry, former WWE wrestler, turns 58. And Al Roker turned 71 years old today with NBC's Today Show. Who's made some WWE appearances. And Mexican wrestler Irma Gonzalez turns 89 today. Okay, now let's see some wrestling history for today. Okay, wrestling challenge on this day, in August 20, 1995. Henry Ogan defeated Mike Bell. The Smoking Guns, Billy and Bart defeated Brian Walsh and Jeff Hardy. Savio Vega defeated Mark Thomas. Riley Mercer defeated Tony Roy. Okay, on the WX Zone USA Network, Savio Vega defeated Mark Thomas after a spinning heel kick. Waylon Mercy defeats Tony Roy by countout. And Henry Ogan defeats Mike Bell after a slop drop. Then the Gold Smoking Guns defeat Jeff Hardy and Brian Walsh when Billy pins Jeff after a sidewinder. And on WCW Saturday night, WCW main event, Big Bubba Rogers defeats Dave Sullivan after an enziguri. Then they show highlights of what's going to happen between Ric Flair and Arn Anderson on the August 19th, 1995 edition of WCW main event, WCW Saturday night. Then on WWE Velocity, Vito defeated Chance Thompson. Nunzio defeated Chance Thompson to retain the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Ken Kennedy, so we know is probably Mr. Kennedy. Kennedy is known as Mr. Anderson in WWE. Ken Kennedy defeated George Taziris, and Hardcore Hall defeats Steven Richards. Ryback versus the Big Show ended in a double countout. Yeah, this is August 20, August 20, 2015 on SmackDown, hyping up before the pay-per-view, hyping up before SummerSlam 2015. Ryback versus Big Show ended in a double countout. The New Day, the Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods defeated Los Matadores and El Torito. Neville defeated Bo Dallas, Brie Bella with Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox. Defeated Becky Lynch with Charlotte and Sasha Banks with Naomi and Tamina in a triple threat match. Cesaro, Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton, and Roman Reigns defeated Bray Wyatt, Kevin Owens, and Luke Harper and Sheamus. And Dolph Ziggler and Lana brought the rage of Rusev. And let's see. On WWE Superstars, Curtis Axel defeated Adam Rose, and Ascension Connor and Victor defeated Fandango and R-Truth. And that's it. I'll wrap it up for my review. Everything else I've covered down. Subscribe to me, Godfather, Soldier, Slim. Hope all have a good night. As a late Chad Henshaw always say, I like to dress with a cherry turkey, sound like Richard dance like James Brown. I like to get in that hot tub. Gonna make me sweat. Gonna make me dry. Gonna make me wet. Referring to Eddie Murphy doing an impression of James Brown on Saturday Night Live back in the 80s. I never grew up in the 80s, I grew up in the 90s. I watched some old school Saturday Night Live when I was little on Comedy Central. So hope y'all have a good day. Have a good night. I'm Godfather Soldier Slim, and I'm out of here. Peace.